Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the CSL 2017 to 2018 season. My name is Wibrix. I am joined once again by my good pal, Mr. Tony Beth.
Yo, what's up?
And we are here to bring you Lehigh versus Houston here in what is going to be the last week of the post or preseason, following up into playoffs here in 2 weeks.
Super excited.
Absolutely. And Cheesehead gave us some fun information about this match. Originally, this match was going to be off schedule. Basically, the teams didn't want to do it. Well,
Right.
a guy, here and there was some smack talk in their Discord, and both teams just started basically spitting game at each other. And they're like, "All right, you know what? We're gonna settle this on stream." And back they are
Nice.
here, ready to entertain.
Okay, so we got some friendly rivalry going on here, huh?
Absolutely. Looking at the teams, so let's go over the teams real quick, and then I think we got a little bit of time. We can talk about 7.10. The teams themselves: Lehigh 5-7 for the full fall and spring, 3-4 in the fall, 2-3 in the spring. So pretty much run of the pack, middle of the pack in both. Houston did have a pretty dominating first half of the season and 6-1. Whereas coming into the spring, they were only 3-2, so not as dominating. So this could be actually quite a even match. Despite what the full season numbers say, I don't think we'll see a blowout here.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've seen Lehigh many times on stream. These guys do not mind the attention at all, and yeah, we're familiar faces here. Have we casted Houston before?
I believe we have, yes.
Yeah, but yeah, these guys. I mean, no electric talk. How do you like forget that name? You know what I mean? With the we're talking about Chinese memes, like the Chinese people call Arc Warren Electric Dog. If you guys were wondering about what their team name is supposed to be, apparently they got some Chinese player on there. I mean, who doesn't, right? Which college doesn't really have a Chinese player on their team? I feel like everyone has one.
Of course. So let's talk about 7.10, Golgi. Probably
I'm
one of the
reading it
biggest
right now.
changes. Dark Willow's now in captain's mode. You think we might
Yep.
see her today?
Maybe depends on if they have anyone that can play. But she's been around for a while. She has been a high performer in high MR games, and she has a great win rate there as well. So if they have a good player, yeah, for sure. I'm going to bet she plays a 4/5 type of role. I think that's the position she's the most effective at. I love playing her right now. I think she's my favorite hero to play. Just it's fun, right? And like she's so effective. The things she can do, the amount of damage she can pull out in the right situations, the CC she can pull out, the Terrify can be so good if you land on multiple heroes. It's like a 3 second fear that doesn't make them run faster either. By the way, not like lone druids.
Lone druids,
It,
yeah.
it makes them walk on normal speed, so it's like just a good 3 second like AOE, huge AOE stun. So I think the hero has so much potential, and I'm excited if they pick it.
Her fear, this is someone who I've actually not played her at all just because I don't like playing new people. I don't like change. But her fear is still consistent that it sends them running back to their base, right? Or do they run around in circles? Is it that kind of fear?
They go back to their base.
Back to base, okay.
Yeah, it's like right clicking right at the fountain. That's and they'll take a path however they can with Dota's pathing system. Yeah, and like it just I mean the things you can do to set up, right? So you can like you can throw a bramble maze down behind the enemies, and then you can terrify them because they can't run backwards anymore. They have to run really weirdly backwards, so it gets easier to land terrify. And then once you land terrify, they walk right through the bramble maze, right?
Yep, and get caught.
And yeah, and while they're feared, you can land your the 4 second delayed stun, right? And then that will go off when like the fear about ends, right? So you can like have this huge chain of like CC that lasts forever. And then meanwhile, you're doing your little spinny bedlam. That's her like pew 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 ability, and that does huge amount of damage. And then she has ways to keep herself safe with her well, what happened to our lobby? Everyone left.
Womp womp.
Okay, we're making a new lobby.
I think Cheesehead. Okay, we've got plenty of time to talk then. Cheesehead probably set the lobby up, and he maybe wasn't patched yet.
Yeah, and like she has ways to keep herself invincible in the Dark Realm, the Shadow Realm. And I feel like that's gonna be the biggest factor in drafting her because she can be so good. Like she can be so incredibly good if you like last pick her against certain teams that is all just like target abilities, and then they can't do anything to her. Like she just goes into Shadow Realm and she's invincible. She's like a puck that can move while she's phase shifted.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So and like a few AoE abilities don't mind. Like if they have like Lena, you're fine, really. Like you can get like Dragon Slave, whatever. And like if you can get like a Yules and stuff, she's like golden. But that's the problem with Dark Willow is the fact that she needs levels and she benefits highly from items. And that's why like a lot of people try to go core with her. I still don't know. Maybe core is the right place to go because I mean she does incredible with items, and I played her core multiple times, and she's incredible fun when that happens. And yeah, we'll see what role she ends up filling. And another thing is actually going back to the patch, you were mentioning that bounty runes now lost their experience, which means a support like Willow, who's slightly greedy, is going to be suffering because she won't be able to get that as much. I mean, of course, that tome of experience guys increased XP, but it's not enough to cover for the bounty because they gave it 200 more experience, and tome comes up every 5 minutes, right? Bounty runes gave way more than that
Especially if you're
throughout
a
the game.
roamer and able to collect reliably 2 every 2 minutes.
Yeah, and like you have to share this with your teammates, right? Like it's not if you take it, that means your other support is not getting it. Or if you have an invoker in your team, yeah, goodbye to levels on your supports, right? Because you got feed it, you have to feed it to invoker no matter what. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. I think that's the one change. I don't like. I'm obviously being biased because I play support. And that bounty rune changes. I mean, I specifically play roamers. I love playing roamers, and the bounty rune changes. I think what brought roamers to their huge relevance in the recent time. So hopefully it doesn't shake them up too much, or maybe that Ice Frog thinks the game is healthier when supports are more on their levels. So we'll see.
Another change, big change, was, or not a big change, but a change. Boots of Speed cost has been increased back from 400 to 500, and movement speed increased from 40 to 50. This is there was some discussion about this. We've kind of gone full circle. 500 is a very old value for them. That's what they used to cost.
Right.
50 is also an old value that they used to provide. The difference is when they were 500, they provided 45, I think. 45 move speed. So, or no, when there was a period where they were 400 and provided 45. I can't remember exactly what it is. But I remember the last time Boots of Speed were changed was when the attribute bonuses got increased.
Right.
Namely for agility heroes getting extra move speed. Boots of Speed were kind of tooled down to compensate for that so that agility heroes can't run away too hard, or can't run away with that move speed, be too hard to catch. But I think it did feel like it was too much, and there's a lot of heroes that suffered, non-agility heroes that suffered pretty bad from it.
Yeah.
And the Soul Ring health cost is increased from 150 to 170. It feels like it's somewhat targeted to Tinker.
I'm assuming that doesn't
Give you
increase the
more
mana
mana.
gain.
Correct.
Yeah. So yeah, that definitely hurts Tinker, I guess because he uses it more often than anyone else. It just overall nerf still to the item, right? If you have an Omni Knight, of course, like he loves the item and he will be 20 health down every single time he uses Soul Ring, compared to before, which could be relevant. Yeah, and that's fine. Soul Ring seemed like a very effective item ever since getting that strength. We had games where we see 2, 3 Soul Rings per game, depending on if you have the right heroes. You got like a Dragon Knight, he will get it. Omni Knight will get it. And a bunch else I'm forgetting right now, but sure, that seems fair.
And
And
yeah, Dragon Knight, I think it's not going to hurt Dragon Knight as much. Obviously, he'll regen that quite quickly.
yeah, but it's one of those moments if he like got in a fight and he survived with 20 health, now he might be dead.
Radiant team.
Other than that, so okay, there we go. Dark Willow banned for banning the unknown.
Radiant
It's one
Victor,
of those
come
things
on.
that's an X factor. You don't know
what are
if
you
it's good
talking
or...
about? She's been around for months, dude. Come on, gotta have some fun.
I mean, you probably haven't scrimmed against it. You probably haven't played. You haven't captain's mode scrimmed against it.
But they must have played against it in the
I would
ranked.
assume they would have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Did Naga get nerfed? Naga started sleep.
She got a small
Linger's
nerf.
time reduced.
And actually, that seems like a. So they lowered the catch time or the duration time on sleep from after you end it, so that it seems like a lazy bug fix for the meteor hammer and sleep ending on the same tick and not always working.
But here's the thing. That can also be slightly be nerfed because if you have a blink dagger or Yules, you can blink and Yules out of it.
Yes, you can.
So there's that. Sun Siren mana cost increased,
which is fine.
Not bad. Not bad.
A lot. I don't think that will affect her too much, right? For those not in the know, it was a flat 100. It's now 100, 150, 200. She can handle that.
Yeah.
Tiny had tree grab cooldown increased, which is another guy that we're seeing a lot. Who are the other? There was a couple people that I picked out. Those staples that we were seeing. Tinker, Laser, mana cost was increased, so Soul Ring costs him more, and he needs to use even more mana for Laser at lower levels.
Right. Phantom Assassins didn't really get buffed. I thought she might get buffed this patch. Shadow Fiend, Shadow Raise damage. Shadow Fiend, Shadow Raise damage increased per stack reduced. Okay, so the Shadow Raise debuff, it gets better per level. So it used to be just flat 80 at every level. Now it's 56, 70, 80, which makes sense. Why do you give it like such a good buff at level 1 raise?
Yeah. Yeah, and that I think is pretty reasonable. I haven't ran the numbers on it, but I'm sure that it will probably give you around the same damage that it used to on level 1 and 3 with 2 raises with bonus damage on the 3rd raise. Or even maybe a slight increase on raise number 1 and 2 that hit.
What? No, I mean they just flat reduced it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. With the new raise, 2 raises in a row would always do more damage than the old raise, right?
Oh,
I think now it might be on par, and you have to get the 3rd raise to do more damage.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that's a nice talent change for Tinker though. A level 20 talent from plus 100 damage plus 10 armor. I think damage never really mattered on Tinker. So
yeah,
having the plus 10 armor is actually really good.
Anytime you're right clicking is time you're not rearming.
Man, that's crazy. Laser's mana cost. I've never played Tinker, by the way, guys, so I didn't know. But Laser's mana cost is so low. Are you kidding me? 95, 120 at first 2 levels. That's so low for how good the ability is. So okay, now it's reduced. Lasers after bounce rate, as you said, lowered, which was super hard to avoid, hard to play around once you got the item.
Oh, there's an interesting change for Morphling that's had a lot of discussion as well. So when he morphs, he can now toggle between his original form and his morphed form, whereas before, as soon as you morphed out of your stolen form, it's done. It goes on cooldown.
Oh,
now,
really? You can switch back and forth?
Switch back and forth with it until the duration runs out.
What?
It's 1 second cooldown on the toggle, so you have 2 sets of skills that you can alternate between, basically.
So you can like copy an axe, switch it to Morphling, waveform forward, switch back to axe, call them, and do stuff like that. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
That's sweet.
And then if you know, let's say it's not going well, you can switch back to Morphling, adaptive strike them, and then start making your way, and start making your way away. While you're making your way away, now switch back to axe. Your call has been coming off cooldown. Your battle hunger maybe is off cooldown now.
Yeah, no, that's super cool. I love that change. I absolutely love that change. That's just cool. I wonder how that interacts with like Metamorph and stuff like that. That's what it's called, Metamorph. Terror Blade's ability. I wonder if you want to keep that through all those switches.
That's a good question. And then here's another interesting question that we'll have to see. The second form is considered a different unit, right? It's got a completely different mana pool, completely different HP pool. Are you going to be able to... It would be absolutely broken if you could dodge projectiles by switching on a 1 second cooldown.
I don't think so. They used to have that problem with Lone Druid. If you can keep switching, you can dodge projectiles that way, but they changed that around. So I'm assuming they taken the precautions.
I just, yeah, I don't think it would be intended that way. I just have this nagging suspicion that maybe they forgot about it, you know, like one of those
Dota always have a crap load of bugs
weird
and,
things that get
yeah,
broken in a patch.
but Reddit gets on that real damn quick, and
Yeah, it will be 100% patched if
Yeah.
it's realized.
and when we know how there's definitely someone working at Valve looking closely at the bug reports on Reddit and the dev forums and stuff like that. So those stuff get fixed out pretty quick. Wow, Weaver has a level 10 talent that is in plus 35% XP. That's cool.
That's crazy. That's one of the few cores to have something like that, right?
Yeah, only one else that has anything close to that is Tusk.
Radiant team pick.
Which, you know, he's a support, so it's not a big deal.
Yep. All right, we've got ourselves a draft going. Let's give a little bit of discussion in it. As we said, the Dark Willows banned out. Nothing too surprising there. I mean, as you said, these teams should have had time, but
yeah, but
the patch,
I was just ribbing them. them. I get it.
The patch dropped an hour, 2 hours ago. They're just like, maybe let's not.
Yeah. Tusk actually surprising to not see change. Tusk obviously being first picked here. I think definitely one of the strongest support. I think you can make the argument for being the strongest support this patch. Definitely up there in contention. Enchantress, however, did see a little bit of nerf here. Her mana cost for Nature's Titans got increased by 20.
Oh, here was one I wanted to talk about. Gyro, one of the few solid position ones that we're seeing. So flat cannon projectiles will be more visible now.
Oh, thank God. The little pips
they were
on the screen.
barely seeable at all. And then homing missile bounty got increased, and the cooldown was increased on it as well by about 6 seconds on the first level, scaling down to the original cooldown at level 4.
Sure, not a bad change at all. I love giving a homing missile bounty increase because you rarely still killed it, but might as well throw a bone whenever you do kill it. Cool, good stuff. Thought he might get nerfed harder, but yeah, but I think it's good. You know, the idea of nerf less and buff more, and I think Ice Rock has always been on that ideology, and I think I'm happy to see that.
All right,
how about Terrible Blade? People have been yelling about Terrible Blade since Miracle's insane plays on him, right?
Yeah, he got just minor nerfs.
Yeah, Reflection no longer reduces attack speed and base HP regen reduced. Okay, that's good nerfs. People were yelling about the level 25 talent, but I really think they were overreacting. The level 25 talent is so situationally it's like impossible to deal with. But
that is the Sunder reduction, cooldown reduction, right?
Yeah, that's like the draft victory, right? Like you draft terribly, and you try to go to level 25, which is risky in the first place. But if you get there and against certain teams, it's impossible to beat. And I think it's one of the most interesting talents in the game, and I don't think they should have changed it, and they didn't. So they nerfed him in other ways. I'm happy to see that.
So Troll Warlord's going to be picked up here. I like this as a response to Gyro, because Gyro's gonna want to get a BKB, and that's usually the thing that makes him real safe at just flacking. But if Troll can close that gap and just start beating up, a lot of Electric Dog's damage is just going to be sapped away. Yeah,
Gyrocopter's biggest weakness as a carry is the fact that he doesn't dish out damage fast. His damage is like consistent. It's very consistent, but it's spread over time. Yeah. Meanwhile, heroes like Troll Warlord doesn't have very consistent damage. When he gets on you, he will like blow you the hell up, right? And I think heroes like that are a decent counter against Gyrocopter. Like heroes like PA, Troll Warlord, these kind of heroes that will like jump on you and destroy you. And I think Troll Warlord was a great response to see here. He did get slight buffs this patch as well, which makes sense. He wasn't great, to say the least.
But no Electric Dog picking up. I think Bat Rider's a great counter initiation for that, because you'll have that BKB piercing stun, so that if Troll gets in deep, you can just lock him up and let the team hit him down.
Melee cores hate Bat Rider.
Yep. And then also,
Bat Rider doesn't even have to initiate.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. So they've got Bat Rider, great pick for both the initiation and counter initiation, whichever one they're choosing to do. Both teams looking to pick up here. No Electric Dog. I assume this will be a position 1 Gyrocopter, but we have been wrong. We were wrong on Tuesday.
So say it again?
Gyrocopter Tuesday when they were running the mid Gyrocopter. I assume they're both looking for their mids here.
This nerf that he got hit with hurts mid gyrocopter more than anyone else. So there's a Viper that's going to mid lane. That missile cooldown change that hurts mid lane. It hurts safe lane as well, but it incredibly hurts mid lane a lot. If gyrocopter has had the reason to go mid, it's because that missile was so good at harassing the enemy hero out of the lane.
This Viper is actually so great here. The ability to disable that will disable Troll Warlord from being able to bash, and it won't get rid of any fervor stacks he has, but it will stop him gaining new ones.
Very true. And also, look at Enchantress. She is the squishiest here in the game without passives.
Absolutely. So if they can catch her down. Yeah, and they've got Batrider. They've got all the tools they need to hold her in place. Tusk, Snowball into Ice Shards, and then they just drop the Nether Toxin in the Ice Shards.
Yep.
But here's kind of an alternate option for getting close onto Gyrocopter and beating up. Why don't you just stay far away from Gyrocopter and beat him up with the sniper?
Yep.
Let your team get in close.
Yeah. Both these teams look pretty good. I'm going to lean slightly towards Lehigh here. I like their draft slightly more, mostly because of the Batrider. And I think the Viper was a great pick against Enchantress and Troll Warlord. But I think both teams have a great chance of winning the game. No huge draft advantage here.
Absolutely, yeah. Neither team. Each team has great, really flexible, well-rounded teams with good strengths and counter potential for the other team's lineup to the other team's strengths.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would say is that I absolutely love watching a high octane Tusk game.
we got those smiley faces and
frowny faces.
Yeah, frowny faces.
Frowny faces.
I mean, there's sometimes they're happy faces, right, when they miss.
Oops, and what do we got here? It is the Lehigh here on
Radiant. All right. New patch.
There we go. New patch, new start, new games, last games of the season or of the half.
Yeah, before going to playoffs.
As a league game, we once again love to introduce you to these teams, let you make sure you get to know your players here on Lehigh, who will be on the Radiant. It is Victor on the Batrider. We've got Moira, or Mario backwards. Would that be Wario? Is Mario backwards? I don't know. Playing the Gyrocopter, it's irrelevant. Echo Yang on the Viper. Assault will be playing the Tusk, and finally, it's last call on the Rubik.
And over on Houston, we have Legans on Sand King. Ghost playing Ancient Apparitions, kind of fitting. Got high 2K10. Wow, that's been a while since then. Enchantress. Got Mr. Flying Nightmare playing Troll Warlord. Why aren't you on Bane, man? And we got finally Lol on the Sniper.
That is an absolutely fitting name for him. He is a Flying Nightmare.
Let me see some lol spams in the chat. Alright, so it looks like no bounty contest is going to be coming out here.
The battle begins.
Yeah, Legion's kind of hangs out around it, but saw that there was plenty of people and is wise enough to not go for it.
Yeah, and he's going to go back and take the bounty.
I'll take your tribute.
Well, Victor's going to get spotted by Enchantress and Ghost. Now he's going to go ahead and cut up that wave. Eating a lot of damage here right now, especially here it comes. The Chilling Touch is out. One more shot is all it's going to take. And the creeps get the kill. Way to go, range creep.
Man, Chilling Touch is nothing to be messed with. With 3 range heroes in the lane? Oh my god, that is a nightmare. Oh, Jesus. No one can survive that kind of damage at level 1.
Not given the first blood over though, right? Because that was a creep kill.
I'm pretty sure it still counts as first blood. Maybe I'm wrong.
I thought I did not hear it. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. First, we'll see another kill this game. I'm sure of it.
Maybe we won't.
Hopefully.
Legion's gonna get stuck inside the shards. He's got his burrow strike. He's gonna have to burrow strike through.
Oh.
Now getting lifted up. Oh, and they're even finding themselves. Oh, Legion's gets the deny on the ward on his way out, but he will go down to a homing missile. Are they gonna give it?
Ooh.
Neutral creeps actually get it. getting the burrow strike into the Vul assassins. What?
And that's the price you pay for your greed, right? The supports were trying to give it to a gyrocopter. They weren't last hitting it, and then Sankin took the Fury to kill himself. And great burrow strike usage there because he burrow striked out and made sure he didn't hit any of the creeps. I mean, the burrow strike range was so short, maybe he didn't intentionally do that, but I'm just going to say it was intentional, and that's a really good touch there to make sure that he was denied.
Yeah, they got him low enough that I think
Victor
any
top lane
one of
again.
the creeps, he's taken quite a lot of damage. Chilling touch, so good.
Yeah.
Echo Yang's got a bit of pressure here in the mid, high 2k. He's gonna bring in a Satyr Tormentor to come Hadouken him in the face if he gets out of line.
Shockwave that bad boy. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. Both these offlaners are not having a great time here.
Yeah, it's a death for a death, although Legiances did go to the neutral creep, so he's very happy about that.
Yeah.
He's now going to find a lot of people. Here come the shards any minute. Uh-oh, they got the homing missile on him, but just before he sandstorms, so he's going to be stuck inside of it right now. Here comes some shards, block him out a little bit, but he's able to make it to the trees. He pops himself a salve, making his way away. A lift and a snowball. They're stacked a bit, but they're going to be able to take him down. Yeah, and the first blood was already claimed.
Yeah,
So weird. I guess I didn't hear it
Batrider.
just because the Batrider went down on the top.
Yeah. Yeah, this game looks like both these offlaners are going to struggle quite a bit. Yeah, I would love to see how this game goes shape out for the Enchantress and the Tusk here because they won't be getting as much experience this game. We'll see if that does have a huge impact. Of course, that tome of knowledge does give them more experience, so distributing that smartly on the team is going to matter a lot more here.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's so rough. I feel like this is going to be probably one of the biggest contributing factors to a incoming meta shift, at least towards supports.
Yeah. Yeah, we're obviously seeing a lot more double push on 5s thanks to that. And we were already seeing that, so we'll see.
Should we touch onto Victor once
Oh,
again?
boy.
They're slowing him up. He's going to have to get back.
Man, it's so surprising how much that Chilling Touch does every time. That's still level 1 Chilling Touch. I mean, no one actually levels that higher than level 1, but God.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's pretty much double damage for just about every hero at level 1. Like,
And
when
slows
everyone's
them at the
level
same
1.
time.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is like tailor-made to Rune Skirmish.
Yeah, and like having a tri-lane. Oh, Victor
Oh, they're
top
coming
lane.
around him. Yeah, Ghost is in the back. Here comes high 12k as well. If they can get him slow, they're going to have a Centaur here. They may be able to stun him up. Victor is getting so slowed right now. Is he going to get cold feet? Yes, he will. Now they get the Centaur stun as well, and Mr. Flying Nightmare getting that kill. Meanwhile, in the mid, Echo Yang coming in here with his boy Tusk to make sure they get that kill on the sniper.
Was a double damage rune on Tusk, helping out with that a little bit.
Alright, lanes, how they shaping up right now, Golgi? We're about 5 minutes in. Winners, losers, what you got for me?
I mean, mid lane Sniper is struggling decently a bit against that Viper. No surprise there. Obviously, Viper has a lot more higher damage than Sniper, which means Viper can easily.
Oh, they get a
of mid
Centaur
lane-
stun on the Viper, yeah. High 12k now trying to fight him up. He's going to eat the Venom to his face, and that is more than enough damage. Echo Yang, though, is trying to make his way out of there. They've got a lift out onto him, and a snowball. Echo Yang could be going down any minute, but it could be a trade for Lull. Lull making it under the tower. Last call doesn't have the damage. He's going to have to get back. Ghost is here, putting out a ton of damage and just barely missing last call with the Centaur. He will make it back, so they get the kill onto the Viper, losing only the Enchantress in return.
Yeah, good trade, great trade. Nice rotation there by the Enchantress and saving his Sniper. I don't think Sniper would have lived without him, so great job going there, threatening the enemy with the damage and the slows from the Chilling Touch on the both feet. Helping him quite a bit, and thankfully Lull had a salve to get back right into the lane, so that evens them out a little bit in the mid lane because Viper did get the first kill onto Sniper. Of course, Sniper still struggling a little bit here, but he did get caught up a little bit during that time while he was dead. 25 to 23 now, so very comparable.
Legion's getting homing missile here in the bottom right now. Assault is ready to go on the assault. He makes his way over to the cliff. He's going to try and burrow strike through, but they drop the call down right away. Area denial means he's going to have to go the other way. Burrow strikes through too, and now the shards catch him. One more shot. Can they get him? They drop a sentry immediately, and one shot gets him. Mario, Oyram, they find the kill. Beautiful, immediate sentry placement.
Yeah. It was a very, oh.
Yeah, Lull
That was
goes
a
down
dive
in the
in the
mid.
lane.
Deep dive. Echo Yang making his way away. A couple more Hadoukens can come out, but I don't know if they definitely do not have the damage to get
He
him.
took
out.
like no
Did
damage
nothing.
from the Hadouken. Yeah, level 2 on corrosive skin. He doesn't care. Yeah, Mario with that interesting cooldown. I thought yeah, I still question. I get the fact he wanted to try to burrow strike another way. He doesn't know that can only actually have level 1 burrow strike. And speaking of bot lane,
There we go. He's getting caught again inside the shards, but is able to burrow strike through. Homing missile coming in, but they won't be able to dive this. They're
Sand
putting
King's
a
maxing
lot of
Sandstorm.
they're putting a lot of attention into the Sand King.
Yeah.
Do you
That's
think he
what
just
Trey
wants it
Lanes
to
do.
be able to maybe jungle if things get too rough since he can't get XP off bounties?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he did finally put a second point in the burrow strike, so he does have a longer range on that, which I think is a pretty good spell on this lane, especially considering you're against like a Tusk and Rubik.
Yeah.
Last call might be in trouble.
Yeah, he's trying to go for the rune snipe, but he'll get caught out and just runs away, tail between his legs.
No problem at all there. So, I mean, I don't think we're going to be seeing too much action in this game until we see a Blink Dagger on both these offlaners who are kind of struggling here. Batrider doing slightly better though than the second. Actually, not even slightly. 24 last hits to 1 last time attacking. So, yeah, we'll be seeing Blink Dagger probably a lot sooner on Victor. Victor level 6 as well compared to level 4 on the Legions. So, as soon as we see the Blink Dagger on this Batrider, I think that's when the game is going to start getting slightly more aggressive. Mid lane?
Trying to position up onto Echo Yang again.
I think it's Saw him. It's just daytime, so it's good range of vision here.
Legions is just sandstorming up this creep camp right now. They can't do anything about it. He's going to try and make his way away, but Mario's going to find him now. Here comes the homing missile. Last call coming in. They don't have Tusk nearby. He wasn't in position to try and cut him out. Are they going to go deep for it? They look like they want to. Last call coming in? No. Thinks better of it. Makes his way back. Meanwhile, Victor, though, could be in a bit of trouble. He's going to have to Firefly away. Cold Feet is dodged, so he's going to be fine for now. Very low. It looks like Houston are positioning, at least have a significant amount of presence here. Top, they may be looking to push this tower soon. Especially with a Troll Warlord on their team. Shrine used up by Victor, and he'll be straight back to lane. Want to see if he can delay that up as much as he can. Legion's TP's in the bottom, though. Last call's going to find him. Assault is here as well. Snowball. They get him. Here comes the Shards. Shards going to keep him out. Moira trying to get the homing missile connects onto him. Burrow Strike's going to buy a little bit of time. Mario gets the kill. Now a call down. He saw Ghost come in, chasing down Ghost into the trees. Ghost gets another shot from the call down, and here comes the rocket barrage. Mario picking up 2 kills in the bot.
Yeah, this laning phase is starting to heavily tilt towards Lehigh here. Mario doing better than the Troll or the other lane. Batrider obviously doing incredibly good against the Sand King comparatively. And of course Viper, I think that edge out Sniper slightly in the mid lane as well. So we're probably going to be giving it over to Lehigh here, moving on to the 10-minute mark.
God, Chilling Touch plus Battle Trance is pretty broken as well. The whole thing with Chilling Touch is that you offset the extra damage with slower attack speed, but you can just say no thank you. I'd like all my attack speed, please. High 2K. Or high 2K is gonna find Victor. Victor is Fireflied up, just trying to run away. Sniper gets taken down in the mid, root up onto the Batrider, and now Batrider's onto the low ground. Do they have anything else to keep him here? Another set of thrown axes will get him, and Ghost comes in. Gets him with the Cold Feet.
Jaya's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, great rotation there with Ghost. I mean, he seems like to be in the right location at the right time where his team needs him.
Dire's middle tower is under
Now,
attack.
Legions, there's no presence here in the bottom, so he's feeling a little confident. Out farming deep, but it looks like they don't have a response right now. They've been showing a ton of pressure in this. Oh, Lul's gonna come in. Radiant will get the tower with the catapult, and Echo Yang is out
Radiant's
safe and
bottom
sound.
tower is under attack.
Mr. Flying Nightmare looks like he wants to counter with a tower of his own, but will get scared away by the TP in from Victor. Victor's back in his lane, and now Ghost once again coming around the back. Maybe looking to come here with high 2K. They've still got that Troll Summoner, which the net helped them out so much last time.
Yeah, and that is very effective. Of course, there's something interesting is that it can also pierce BKB.
Victor, he's gonna Firefly up, but they've got the net now. Immediately into the cold feet after the net. Ghost taking quite a lot of damage. He's gonna eat a snowball in the back, and here comes the rest of the team. Ghost is out, but Flying Nightmares in the front. They've got an Assassinate rolling out onto Victor. Victor's gonna be just fine for now. Able to survive it up. Frozen Sigil chasing down Nightmare. The Flame Break will kick them back, not towards a better position, up to the high ground, the safety of their high ground, and it will be the end of the engagement, losing only the Ghost.
Bot lane now. Mario might be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, Epicenter's ready if he's able to start channeling this up. Oh, but here comes the Sandstorm, and the call down now. The missile's just flying out from Mario. Rocket Barrage Legions is gonna be forced back, and Mario makes it away.
So close. If he managed to get that burst strike onto him, that would have been a cold feet and a very easy kill. But a great timing there by the homing missile and the call down used by Mario to be able to give himself enough space, forcing Legions into that Sandstorm, because if he did not, he would have died. Roll onto Legion's
Snowball
bot lane.
coming up on the Legions, yep. Legion's gonna burrow strike out of there, make sure they don't have the space. He goes immediately into a Sandstorm, but they drop another sentry right away. Legion's gets taken down, but a TP in from Lull. Lull's now on the back line. Uh-oh, Ghost is on top of the high ground, doing as much as he can. They're gonna get an Assassinate out onto Viper. No Viper for this fight. That tanky boy is gone, but Legion's does go down in the back. Or no, sorry, that was Ghost. Ghost going down after trying to TP out. They find the Rubik. Rubik gets killed as well. An end of engagement. Assault, the only one surviving from his team.
Yeah, Rubik telekinesed Ghost onto that ward spot, and Ancient Apparition was trapped up there with a little gooey nether toxin under him, and he had no way of getting out because yeah, he didn't have a TP scroll on him. He just slowly melted.
AA Blast coming in. It is just barely going to miss Mario and Victor.
Oh, that would have been a kill if they landed it, because Mario is waiting there with the epicenter.
Yep, Legions is here with high 2K. They're just going to back up. They're giving it up. Oh, they come in now. Oh, they're waiting for Mr. Nightmare. Mr. Nightmare comes in. Two-man burrow strike into the epicenter. Now chasing down Victor. Victor, no Firefly, 35 seconds. Ghost is coming in. They've got the cold feet, and the bashes are there. Mr. Flying Nightmare, they'll trade their tower, but they're going to return kill with 2.
Yeah, that's a misplay for Lehigh. You should never let Sankey get a two-man burrow strike without a blink dagger, and yeah, Legion just rattled himself up there and landed a juicy ass of a double-man burrow strike followed by Epicenter. Speaking of mid lane, Rubik gets caught again.
Rubik getting found. Lull, though, did go down in the mid, or in the bottom.
Real deep dive, and that's what Tusk does for you. And Echo Yang can tank these towers no problem. Has a hell of Dominator actually. I don't think he has any
He's coming in
Dominator
top.
yet.
Mr. Flying Nightmare once again. They were trying to go a little aggressively, but it's a big rotation here coming in from Lehigh. Lehigh trying to chase down onto Nightmare right now. Snowball into high 12K. They will catch him. But Mr. Flying Nightmare is just running his butt away, and they are not able to catch him so far. More sticky napalms are coming out, but he's back to the relative safety of his tower, and even Ghost not going down there. Looks like he was able to TP out as soon as the snowball was done.
Yeah, Viper was in pressure bot lane as well. They did take that bottom tier 1, and then Viper just TP'd out, no problem, before the second find them. Yeah, they're just really pushing this early game advantage here. They won their laning phase, now they're just pushing these objectives. All the tier 1s taken from them, and now the Lehigh's tier 1 themselves have been destroyed. So 2K lead for them right now, but the Troll is farming still quite well right now. At the top of the net worth, 7.4. but that is coming at the cost of Sniper and Sand King struggling quite heavily. Sand King actually under his own supports right now when it comes to net worth.
Stroll, what's he building up here? He's got his Vlads going into the Sange and Yasha actually.
Radiant's
Yasha already complete.
Looks like we got a first tower destruction here for Houston, which was denied from Lehigh. But yeah, Sange and Yasha, great item for Troll Warlord, especially when your team is like slightly behind in the early game. You gotta go for like these stat items to build.
Oh, Burrow Strike not gonna get him out. Legions is just short of the shards now. Snowball in. He's gonna try and Sandstorm up, but once again, immediate sentries. They're just holding him for this guy.
Yeah, Assault. That was huge play from him. That was a predictive ice shards, like deep into the trees. Like it's so deep that Sand King could not Burrow Strike himself out. So great play there. Capitalizing on the Sand King's panic.
And they're able
Being so tanky.
they're area denying a bit with another toxin, catching Ghost up by the top ward spot. Take him down now. Some shards as well. High 2K makes it out of there.
Man, Echo Yang, use your Dominator, man. Is he stacking camps or whatever with Dominator creep? He doesn't have a Dominator creep. He's had this for a while. At least dominate, like, you know, a cannon creep to help you push faster, or, you know, a jungle creep for more CC. LOL TP's right into another toxin.
Radiant's
Out of the Roche pit where he was about to get ganked. This brings them a lot of resources. They're going to be able to take out Echo Yang, turn it around onto the Rubik. Now one more retreating. Houston, are they going to find Mario? No, I don't think they should be able to. Go straight into the creep wave, and they'll look to push the tower off this.
Sniper did actually take the level 10 talent for the 50% cooldown reduction instead of 20 damage. Usually I see Sniper take the 20 damage, obviously, because it helps you farm. But the 50% cooldown reduction isn't bad for farming either, because it does give you more shrapnels. But yeah, it's that he doesn't benefit too much from the cooldown reduction. Of course, having more shrapnel is always nice, but that 20 damage always seems so much irrelevant. But this is higher utility for sure. It helps his team a lot more.
Alright, here they go. Battle trance is used. They're going onto the bot tower. Mario is here, and we've got TPs in as well from the last call. Assault on the back line. The whole team just about here, ready to defend. Everyone else is just going to... Houston senses it, just backs up.
It looks like we're seeing Troll Warlord finish up Pink and Yasha, going for the Silver Edge right afterwards, which is going to make their kill on Viper much easier. Being able to take away all that resistance away from him.
Smoke up from Lehigh. Victor does have his Blink Dagger. They're going to try and go high ground with this.
Oh, Troll might get caught.
Yep, it's not going to pop just yet. They're going to see Troll. Troll's heading back this way. He's got some team with him, but not as much as he had before. Farming this. Here comes the Blink. Blink into the lasso, pulling Troll Warlord back. We've got tons of damage, and even blocking him off with the shards, knowing that no help is coming.
Man, Assault has been so good this entire game. Like that's a sign of a great Tusk player. He could just use the shards on the Troll to force him from stop him from moving back, but he plays the shards strategically, cutting off his supports from being able to come help the Troll Warlord. That's like, you know, foresight.
And the shards once again forcing High 2K to have to run under the tower to get back, eating quite a lot of damage because of it. Assault now taking actually a ton of damage. Assault's going to go down, but 50% just about taking on the tower. And they are happy with that at 20 minutes.
Yeah, killing the Troll are also very important as well. Now, thanks to that kill, Gyrocopter at the top on that worth 1,000 gold ahead of that Troll Warlord. And so we're talking about their draft seems slightly better. We see the Bat Rider starting to do his work, and this is going to be a recurring occurrence here once Bat Rider has all of his items we see right now.
Gyrocopter, he's going to want that BKB. They still have stuff like the Ice Blast and the Burrow Strikes that can ruin his day, but obviously, as we talked about, that won't help against Bash, but it will help, and typically it's something that helps against Enchantress, right? But you got to remember, the way Gyrocopter works with Flat Cannon, as long as there's anything relatively close to Enchantress, he can attack her without losing attack speed.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many ways to deal with that untouchable. We also talked about it in our talks as well. Yeah, Enchantress, not an amazing hero this game for sure, and her biggest advantage in the early game, which she did pretty good to zone out the Batrider for a little bit, but yeah, now her effectiveness is going to be falling off quite sharply here.
Victor, he's fishing. Here comes the Firefly. Jumps in, he grabs Patrol Warlord once again. But the Burrow Strike is here to buy a little bit of time. Patrol Warlord still taking a lot of damage. Goes down immediately in the fight. Batrider is cold feeted up. High 2K doing as much damage as he can, but is going to have to get back, taking quite a lot of damage. Echo Yang, cold feet, is going to be able to dodge or get out of the distance of it. And that's Lehigh claiming another kill and able to make it back to safety with no losses.
Yeah,
on the Troll again.
Such a good pick. Yeah. And since they had drafted their support so early, the Ancient Apparition and the Enchantress, meant that they had no counter supports we would pick from. Of course, like heroes like Venge, yeah, a common pick we see against that.
Venge
Or a Disruptor. Right, Disruptor is also great as well against you just see the glimpse the Batrider back and will snap the tether away, snap the lasso away.
Even Kunkka exceptionally popular right now. You can just X your buddy.
Yep. Bringing all of that. Did not have that flexibility, and that's one of the reasons. That's one of the arguments for. That's the rather than argument. That's the the risk and reward of picking your supports first / last, right? And of course, and you risk getting your carries countered. So that's what makes Dota beautiful. Is everything has a downside.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Good old no-tail.
Yeah, Vengeful Spirit is really the anti-peanut butter to the Batrider jelly.
Yeah. Zanking finally picks up his Blinker at 23 minutes in. Oh, look at this boy's item. This looks like a support Zanking, right?
Yeah, it's exceptionally rough time we saw. As we saw, roughly the 8 minute mark, I think he was sitting at one last hit, one deny.
Yeah.
Really showing in his items.
And of course, you can't catch up in levels anymore on the bounty runes. Mr. Flying Nightmare taking on a group of ancients here. I think that was a 3-stack or a 4-stack actually. Might have been a 4-stack.
And here's what's super rough about that even more, right? You can't take tomes away from an Ancient Apparition, right? Or it's a big risk to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, the Ancient Apparition in the late game is all about the Ice Blast, and he needs to get as many levels on that as possible. The difference between level 1 and level 3 Ice Blast is just like incredible. Last on to Ghost, speaking of.
There we go, on to Ghost, they find him. No Ice Blast for this next fight. They're going to be able to pressure this top tower with relative safety.
Yeah, this Batrider is winning in the game right now.
Oh, they got ice and some, or lull and some ice shards? Okay, not looking to go on it. Just zoning shards. Got a Centaur Conqueror out front, tanking up the tower, and now Houston looks like they want to do something about it. Legions is back here. But they have regained their backdoor protection. AA is up. Ice Blast could be coming in. You gotta be careful, and here it comes. Going deep, they've already got the tower, and out they are before it even has a chance to land.
Yeah, just strategic gaming here from Lehigh. Not getting any more greedy. They know when their lasso's down, they back off. When their lasso's up, they go, lasso someone, take an objective. Rinse and repeat. This is how you play with this hero. And now, Roshan probably the next target for him. But I would love to see a pick before they can get in there.
Yeah, the difference between these threes is just so massive. Batrider almost double the...
Yeah, comparatively, right? Like, that Batrider is winning the game right now, meanwhile Zanking actually has done absolutely nothing this game. Minus that 2-man power effect at top lane. Yeah, and it looks like there is not going to be actually, they might contest Roshan, but Victor's flying in.
It goes up top, but yeah, he's able to make it out of the cold feet, but he'll still get taken down now. The epicenter going up onto Mario and Echo Yang. Here comes the Ice Blast that connects onto Tickle. Echo Yang taking quite a lot of damage.
Oh boy.
Sandstorm could take him down. Gyrocopter gets lost. Now, high 2K going on a last call. They've got the assassinate, don't even need. And Lull, who's he gonna find? No one. Everyone else is out. Tusk had the TP out. Very good counter there, Victor.
Roshan, look how low health Roshan is.
Legion's gonna try and take it up, but eating all the bashes in the world. Lull's able to pick up the Aegis.
What a huge turnaround there. That was like a 3k gold swing plus Roshan Tada, so it's even a higher gold swing, and then the Aegis on the sniper now as well. Unfortunately, Troll did die midway through that fight, but it doesn't matter when you win that big. 4-4-2, I think that was. When they're that behind, I mean, and that's the lesson, right? That's the lesson. We see it time and time again. How do teams end up throwing? And Roshan is the most common, I think, way teams throw. And that's why you always want to find the pick before you go in there.
Yeah.
Bat Rider, of course, got taken out before he can use the lasso because he checked the high ground with the Firefly, and then there were 3 people there under the smoke, and it was the good 3 buddies he's had in lane: the Enchantress, Ancient Apparition, and the Troll. And there was the cold
chilling touch.
The chilling touch into the Bell Trance, and all 3 of them just start chucking the chilling touch, and he couldn't withstand it even with the Force Staff.
Yeah, he was able to make it out of the cold feet with the Force Staff, but they still had the vision because he cut the trees. They were able to just walk up to the edge and kind of peer at him down the cliff, and sorry, buddy. Throw a few more axes, a few more javelins, a few more mystical blue Orbeez from his hands.
Whatever those are called. Yeah. Just bunch of things going wrong in a row for Lehigh, and that Roshan was 200 health from being dying at the same time. But it's not like Jarkov could have finished it either, because Sand King was obviously coming in, and then he landed a great epicenter. We were talking about how we were wondering if he was going to be able to flex his muscles in this game, and we saw him there. He did manage to land a 3-man epicenter, and that really did.
He's scouting. Does he see Enchantress? He's gonna find Mr. Flying Nightmare, I think. They go to the low ground. No, Victor. Oh, he tries to go for the Enchantress. No idea that Troll Warlord is. If they have any idea, Troll could be coming around. No, he's under a sentry right now. The sentry's about to expire. They're getting lots of damage into him, and they take him out before he can even start the fight. But Legions comes in. Here it comes to the epicenter now. Mario and Echo Yang trying to make it out of here. BKB's flying, but Mario Yang just standing his ground, beating up on the rest of them. Lull. He's got quite a lot of damage in the backline, but he's too far forward. They're going to be able to break him down with the Aegis respawning all by himself. Victor doesn't have anything to keep him here, but between the 2 high damage heroes here, they should be just fine. And they are. Take him out. A white goes over to Lehigh.
Yep, and we see why money matters in Dota. If there wasn't BKB, if there wasn't 2 BKBs on the side of Lehigh, I'm sure that fight went over to side of Houston. Gyrocopter and Viper popped their BKBs, saving them from the epicenter and the Ice Blast combo. Ice Blast landed on 4 heroes that fight, and the explosion landed on 3. So if it wasn't for that, the Ice Blast plus epicenter combo is pretty damn good. There's very few heroes that can survive that, but if you have a BKB, you don't care at all.
Any big things coming out for any of the other players? Last call, of course. The support's pretty not exceptionally poor, but not rich that we've seen. Rubik, you love to see him get a Blink Dagger, but he is still working on a Glimmer Cape. Actually completed up the Aether Lens, which he is very happy to have.
Yeah. Aether Lens is a great spell. It does a lot more safer. Of course, giving him a huge amount of range in the spell steal as well. There is a level 2 Ice Blast on Ancient Apparition. I believe that fight was fought with a level 2 Ice Blast, which is, I think, when Ice Blast is starting to look very, very threatening.
Victor very close to his BKB. This is when that Burrow Strike counter initiation on a lasso can't matter anymore.
Yeah. Mr. Flying Nightmare is looking to get a BKB plus a Lincoln. I do think he needs both of them, but you know that's very expensive things, and he needs them right now as well. So we'll see if he can get there, because obviously having a BKB doesn't matter if you don't get lassoed. They get right click down.
Yep, and that's a lot of it is a lot of money going over towards defensive items, which Mr. Nightmare really needs to be the one. He's most. I guess they have lull right on the sniper, so he's not. They're happy to spread it, especially if Troll's more durable and can then close the gap and lock down like the gyrocopter.
Yeah, because Troll came out of the laning phase as the most farmed hero in the game, and have we seen him do anything in this team fight? Nothing at all. Like, I think his last kill was that kill on the Bat Rider when they got the good when the Bat Rider walked into them by mistake. And yeah, he has been a non-factor in this fight, and that's because he needs more defensive items. There's no point building all these offensive items if you can't land the hit. So.
Yep. And he's had a much rougher time since that laning phase. Pretty much that first moment he dropped off the top of the net worth. Just a little bit before that, he basically had his Sanjin Yasha done. What have we seen since then? Just a Shadow Blade.
Yeah. Which, we saw it actually get him killed.
Yes.
Because
he was a little too
walked
confident.
Walked around their sentry and got lassoed. Butterfly next up for Gyrocopter. I think is a great item in this game. Obviously, 2 right clickers in the other team.
Now we're getting
Sniper
to the point...
already walked on the MKB.
Very good. We're getting to the point where Viper is falling off, right? What can he do? What can he get that's going to keep him in this game a little bit longer?
Looks like he's looking for a Egg Interceptor. I have not seen this item in Viper in quite a long time, and especially this lane fame. Usually it's an item that's much better in the earlier on in the game. I'm assuming he's just going for it just to shut down a Troll Warlord more, because it again pierces
spell immunity. Yep.
Spell immunity, and it will slow you through that. I don't think it does damage through that, but it slows the most important part against the Troll Warlord. It's 80% move slow and 80 flat attack speed slow. So Troll Warlord
crawling. He will be trying to crawl over to the gyrocopter to go hit him.
And Troll Warlord that's attacking ball in the range from the
Straight through. It's going to be onto Echo Yang. Echo Yang's going to eat a Ice Blast now. The rest of Houston, though, they committed a lot. And they committed a bit of resources. Right clicks flying from Lull. Alright, they're just trying to get him. They're just trying to shoo him away from their high ground. They didn't like him there. They're like, please go.
Dire's top tower.
That's going to be 20 seconds without the Ice Blast. We'll see if they Lehigh can capitalize on this very slow, small window, rather. Looks like not. 10 seconds until the Ice Blast up again.
And now Flying Nightmare. He's on the low ground. He's got to be really careful that he doesn't get lassoed.
Yeah.
Going to the low ground
Victor,
like that.
Always fishing for that.
And his BKB's up now. Do they know about this yet, though? That's the question.
Victor also has gem as well.
Here comes BKB, comes in. There we go. He finds Lull. They're going to pull the sniper out of the fight. Ice Blast comes in, but it doesn't connect onto anyone. BKB's left, right, and center. Mario, though, is quite low now. A Burrow Strike onto Echo Yang, but he's got his BKB. So the Epicenter not going to do very much either. He's broken underneath his Sandstorm. And now, Lehigh team, they're ready to come onto the high ground. Assault is getting hit up pretty bad right now, though. He's not going to make it off the high ground. So Lehigh, they're going to lose one in return and have to retreat. So they're holding the high ground for now.
Yeah, but that was a buyback on the sniper, which was quite costly for Houston. That was also a stolen Ice Blast by the Rubik that forced the enemy team back. That could have been a lot worse without that Ice Blast that was stolen, which really did put a fear into the heart of Troll, and the other supports got hit by it, which just completely made them go back into the base. But still, yeah, as you said, high ground still being protected. Well, another initiation like that onto a sniper, and they might be seeing a high ground break here. BKB finished for Troll, which means he doesn't have buyback. Lasso,
yeah, coming out onto the Enchantress, gets burned down immediately. I definitely think if they can get Lasso pickoffs on some of the weaker targets, like obviously Troll and Sniper are pretty key targets, but when they're just fishing like that in the high ground, it takes them a little bit longer to kill these guys, and it sets them up for counter play or counter potential.
Yeah. And look who's up. Roshan already up. Very short respawn time here. And this time, we'll see if Lehigh can complete this without getting wrecked here. And it seems like, I mean, it's very far away for Houston to be able to go there. Ice Blast coming in, but it's coming in a little bit too early to be able to take the Roshan. I believe anyways. Yeah.
We'll hit onto 3, but they have no one around ready to contest this.
There it is. An easy Roshan. It's going to be a cheese as well. Going over to the side of Echo Yang. Echo Yang has finished off the Egg Inceptor as well. So Troll Warlord, even if he has his BKB finish, this is like one of the least relevant BKBs I've ever seen because of that Egg Inceptor on the Viper and the Lasso.
Do you think he would have been better served just getting the Lincoln Sphere first?
Maybe, but there's so many ways to break the Lincolns as well, right?
Yep.
There's a missile from Gyrocopter, there's all of Rubik's spells, Toss Snowball as well. Viper's Strike can break it, but it at least can stop the Valkyrie for insta lassoing you. But Victor is a great Batrider player. He'll blink in, force staff you, break the Lincolns, and then just lasso you back anyways. But at least that forces the force staff to be used in that way, and not used to pull you out. So maybe Lincoln was a better choice to go, but either way,
call. It's such a hard call to make.
I think BKB is fine choice. It's just a very sad item right now.
He's out deep on an expedition. His team's behind him. They're smoked up. The Shadow Blade runs out. They haven't connected onto anyone yet. They're not going to find anyone with the smoking expedition.
I think Victor might have saw him.
Victor, And Victor, is he going to go around instead and find someone? Here it goes. Lasso comes out. It's onto the Sand King. Sand King getting pulled back. Ice Blast coming in onto Legions. They hold him in place, trying to Burrow Strike. I've never seen the Burrow Strike model on the ground, but the Sand King's still in the same place thanks to that Walrus Punch.
Yep. He like didn't go anywhere because the Walrus Punch offset his Burrow Strike. That's kind of funny. But yeah. So we've also forgot Tusk's Walrus Punch also pierces BKB. My God, BKB is a sad item in this game, but he needs it. He really needs it.
Absolutely has to have it.
Yeah, it just
fighting. I mean, let alone trying to fight someone underneath Nether Toxin.
Yep.
Makes it such a requirement.
Yeah, and you're fighting on the frozen seasons as well. So yeah, that's not good either.
Yes, both of them.
God, it just. Impossible. It's an impossible game for Troll.
What a fantastic draft from Lehigh. That's really all it is.
Yeah, we didn't really... We gave a slight victory over to Lehigh, but we really didn't see it until we saw it in practice. And man, once we saw it in practice, it's night and day. Difference in these two drafts. Batrider now finishing up his Shadow Blade as well. As if he needed more mobility. Victor going to the high ground. But they can see the fire.
Yeah.
Ghostly fire from nowhere. Woo.
Where on earth did this fire come from? Even Batrider has a Shadow Blade now. Alright, Mario's gonna come up to the high ground to start beating away on this tower.
Echo Yang. Yeah, just chipping away as well.
Yeah, it really feels like Lehigh's toolbox is just like the full Snap-on catalog, whereas Houston, at least for the Troll Warlord, it seems like he's just stuck with the Little Tykes, my first workshop set. And it's no fault of his own, really. It's just Lehigh. This is kind of a real sleeper draft of theirs.
Yeah. Viper also even took the 100 Viper Strike DPS talent on level 20.
Oh, and those things are going to be flying on a 10-second cooldown it is with the Scepter.
Yep. Yeah, with great cast range on that as well. How much damage per second is that? There's 245 damage per second. Yikes. High ground is finally broken.
They take the first tier 3, and now they're even able to just start chipping away at the barracks. Echo Yang in the front, he still has that cheese. Mario has only got 45 seconds left on the Aegis. Now here they go, they're fishing, they're gonna find Lull. Lull taking a ton of damage, Ice Blast comes in, but it hits onto everyone, BKB. Now Enchantress just flying away, trying to get the damage done. Over in the backline, last call is keeping the rest of the team away. He's gonna throw an Ice Blast. Legions will be able to blink out of there, not take the Ice Blast. But now we've got the rest of the guys on the high ground. Mario shooting up onto Mr. Flying Nightmare. Mr. Flying Nightmare runs back to the tower, or the base, will make it away as Legions Burrow strikes and saves his life. They've got a homing missile coming in. The fortification is used, but this is going to buy the time that they need. Mario comes in, he gets the first melee barracks. He's running deeper and deeper into the base. He'll sacrifice his life for it. They give a lot to get this first melee barracks, but they get it.
Yep, we finally see Troll Warlord show up to a fight here, and that was a 5k gold swing. Still a long way for Houston to work through, but it's a sign of life for them. And yeah, Troll Warlord did so much damage, and it was all thanks to Ghost setting that fight up with a great Ice Blast on 3 or 4, I can't exactly remember. But the most important thing was the Ice Blast landed on all the cores. It landed on the Gyrocopter, it landed on the Viper. And Viper was fighting against Troll Warlord, but could not use his cheese because he was obviously ice blasted, and Troll Warlord just shattered them both. A Gyrocopter went down to his Aegis, and the Viper shattered, and I think, yeah, even Victor on the Batrider was ice blasted as well, and he shattered immediately after as well. So Troll Warlord, I mean, it shows you the strength of that hero. If he can get onto you, and if he's not CC'd, he will destroy you.
Yeah, it was a bit costly. Like, they kind of had to give up a lot of HP on their material objective in order to get themselves in that position, right? But if they can, it's tough. Yeah, they've got to give something up to get it. Whether it's support HP, whether it's someone else initiating the fight, it's really hard to get that. Uh-oh, Legion! Bro strikes through. He's under the river. He's fine.
Ooh, Last Call ended up stealing Sandstorm there. He wanted to get the Burrow Strike, but just was a second too early on that spell steal.
Alright,
looks like Lehigh probably gonna smoke up pretty soon, I'm assuming. Unless Victor just finds someone straight up. Yeah, he's gonna find someone.
He's gonna find the Sand King. The Burrow Strike, or sorry, Lassos starts pulling him away. Telekinesis lift him up. He's gonna Burrow Strike to the high ground, but down he will go. High 2K sees him, and who stole that double damage?
Enchantress denied it.
Good girl.
That's why Enchantress was out there. She walked in, just denied it, and walked out. That actually might be relevant here, going to the high ground here. Sand King, 50 seconds until respawning.
He does have buyback and epicenter ready, so they can choose to pull him back if they get maybe a good ice blast. So hard. They're just using illusions to do this, though.
Gyrocopter's a enchanted illusion.
Yeah.
That's annoying. That has a butterfly on that illusion as well. So, how's MKB's looking? Troll Warlord forgoes going for the Lincolns, going for the MKB. Fair enough. And LOL still far away from his MKB, deciding to go for the Ayaskadi first because he was getting blown up in fights.
Good take, and this will, this is another thing that's going to help him through BKBs.
Yeah, I don't know about getting the MKB for the Lincoln Spear though on the Troll Warlord, but
yeah,
you gotta be able to do damage against the Gyrocopter, so fair enough. But yeah, I mean, ugh. Yeah, it's just a hard game. It's a hard game for Troll.
Oh, we got another lasso coming out. They pull the Troll Warlord to the low ground. Troll Warlord is getting absolutely blown up. They get the Ice Blast on it too, but BKB, so they didn't take their damage. Legions now epicenters through. Once again, BKB's coming into play here. Buyback from Mr. Nightmare. He's going to chomp on Viper. Viper gets the cheese off. It buys him a little bit of time, but he still goes down. They did do that for the cost of 2 buybacks and 3 deaths.
Yeah. Definitely a huge victory there for Lehigh. They do not mind losing the Viper at all. And as we see, a 3k goal swing over onto the side of Lehigh. They're sitting comfortably at 17k net worth lead here. And the game is looking worse and worse here. Troll Warlord already struggling to buy items, forced to buy out, buyback rather. Which means he's still 1500 gold away from this MKB, and I don't think he'll have enough time to find French Lincolns this game unless we see a miracle.
Or a marathon, please no. Already hitting the 45-minute mark of this game, but up to a 17k lead, not insurmountable for this stage of the game, but with the map control that Lehigh has already, it will be pretty difficult.
Yeah. Next Roshan is going to be a slightly longer time than the last time. It's going to be another minute and 12 seconds until we see that. This is going to be the refresher on this one. You could probably see it on the Batrider giving himself a double lasso, which is just absolutely nightmarish.
It depends. If Rubik, is there any steal that Rubik could get that maybe he would want to use double?
That's too risky. because that has the factor of the fact that you have to also get a steal first, right?
Yeah. I mean, but he could, if he gets a steal, they could pass it over to him, right?
During a team fight, it's going to be hard unless he finds
No,
it
yeah,
before a
not
team fight.
during. Yeah, I would have to be before a team fight.
Well, I mean, how is he going to steal an ultimate not in a team fight? Right? I mean, these players know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Ghost
yeah.
isn't going to use an Ice Blast and then never cast another spell until the next team fight, right?
Double
So,
call down, double flak, not bad.
Double call and double flag, not bad. Also, if he hits level 25, he gets 6 homing missiles as well.
Oh, yes.
That's, yeah.
We've actually seen that before here in CSL. It is as silly as it sounds.
Yeah, Gyrocopter definitely not a bad candidate for it. Definitely would not be surprised if you saw it in Gyrocopter. Probably Batrider we'll be seeing is the most reliable target, but if they just want more like fanciness and some damage, Gyrocopter is their go-to
Dire
hero.
scans it. They know that they're here over by Roche, but do they know if they're roaching? Victor could get found. He's got the Firefly. This is a trail right towards him. Are they going to try and contest this Roche? That's the question. They scanned up. They have no idea. They must have assumed they're doing it already. If they knew what we know, I think they would be coming to fight this. What about you, Golgi?
Yeah, I think so. It's just going to be an impossible defense if they can't take this Aegis.
Victor, he's going to find Lull. Burrow strikes forward, blinks, and there we go. They got the lasso into Lull. Lull getting beat up by Mario. Now Ghost falling to the flat cannon. They get Lull as well. Oh, gonna be able to get the. Oh, there's the Viper Strike onto Troll Warlord. Troll Warlord just trying to barely walk away. Homing missile coming in on a high 2K. High 2K getting caught. He's pumping up that epicenter, but Sand King taking too much damage. It's gonna be a buyback onto Lull. He gets the kill onto the Gyrocopter, but Echo Yang now able to come forward. He's gonna have a Viper Strike up in 1 second. There it goes. Now Victor gonna eat that. Goes down thanks to the level 25 talent, but GG gets called there by Houston.
Yeah, Lehigh with the absolute mind read there, reading Houston like a book. They went toward Roshan, and they knew that Houston was going to try and contest, and they didn't want to make the mistake that happened in the first Roshan fight, so they faked it in there, went right back onto the jungle, and guess what? They found Houston exactly where they expect him to be, outside of their high ground, and that at that point, when you're 7k net worth lead and enemy doesn't have the high ground advantage, and the sniper's caught at the front, easy game.
Very easy.
Yeah, Lehigh with great strategic calls this game, as well as great drafting here. So we'll see if Houston can make the proper adjustments in the next game.
Yeah, I think with that draft advantage, it's not something that we commented on. It's not something that we saw until the game started going and we saw how Lehigh was playing it. So knowing what Houston knows now, they may be able to make some adjustments in their draft that could be what they need.
I think batting Batrider, I think almost single-handedly won Lehigh this game.
Absolutely agreed. The lassos were exactly where they needed to be, and the Tusk was putting in so much work as well.
Yeah, Assault, amazing player on the Tusk.
All right, everyone. So that was game number 1. We will take a short break and see you guys in game number 2.